Am I the asshole for ordering takeout after my husband tricked me to cook for his kids? Am I the asshole? Hello. So to give some context, I, female 35, have been married to my husband, male 37, for 6 months. He has 2 children from 2 different, uninvolved, mothers, and they live with us full time. The kids are 7 and 10 I work long hours and it's a demanding job time-wise. My husband thinks that just because I WFH that I can pause whenever, but it's untrue. He'd ask me to do things for the kids or him during work hours, but I told him I'm working and unavailable during those hours, and that the kids are his responsibility till I'm done. Yesterday, he told me he wanted to go attend a friend's engagement dinner and asked if I could take time off work to make the kids dinner. I told him absolutely not, and insisted that he cook for them or order takeout. He said he had no time to cook, and takeout was off the table since he doesn't want them to eat fast food. He later said fine and that he was going to cook dinner then go to the party. 2 hours later, the kids came in and said they were hungry. I was puzzled. I asked if their dad cooked them dinner and they said he didn't. Moreover, he told them to come ask me to cook for them at exactly 7 p.m. I was so pissed to find myself in this situation. I took few minutes off the meeting and ordered takeout from the nearby restaurant and fed the kids, then had them watch TV then go to sleep. He came home at 11 p.m. and went off on me after he discovered that I didn't cook like he was counting on me to do. Not only that, but he yelled about feeding the kids takeout. I argued back saying I had no choice after he basically tricked me into cooking for them knowing I was busy, so I ordered food and made sure the kids were fed while I focused on work. He ranted about how I care more about work than my stepchildren, God forbid, and called me selfish, then went upstairs and refused to talk to me. He's still sulking about it today and says I need to get my priorities in order, cause they're messed up. Info about that friend's engagement. My husband has this friend from college. They're close and he couldn't miss the event. Moreover, he said he was upset with me for missing the event and now refusing to cook a homemade healthy meal and ordering takeout knowing it's a no-go for him. Info. The reason I expected him to cook other than the fact that I was busy was that he usually cooks for them, so it's both of our responsibility. Info. Does he work? Yes, but barely. He works at a warehouse only twice a week. His friend's dad owns the warehouse and he has a lot of leverage. Info. More context on the mothers. One is an ex-wife, the other is an ex-girlfriend. Both left for financial reasons, he said, but I'm not fully convinced by that. Wait. He told you that you need to get your priorities in order when he left his children unfed to attend a party? Why did you marry this man? So much not the asshole. Likely because abusive ahs do not tend to show their true selves until after marriage. Not the asshole original poster. This is exactly why he has none of the moms in the picture. His behavior is abusive. I wonder if he married original poster just to get someone to take care of the kids and bring home a solid paycheck. I can't believe someone would manipulate both his kids and his wife at the same time by not feeding them. Sounds crazy to me. Not the asshole, but you have bigger issues in your marriage than takeout. You married someone who does not respect your work or your time, is willing to let his kids go hungry in order to force your hand, and is now using emotional blackmail to punish you. This is a fundamentally broken approach to relationships, and it's honestly not hard to see why he doesn't have relationships with either of his kids' mothers. Betting his main reason for marrying original poster is to give his kids a mother. That and she is the breadwinner. With the additional info that the other moms left him for financial reasons, makes me think they were tired of supporting him. Bail out now. This man does not respect your needs, feelings, or boundaries. This relationship will consume you to the point where you no longer have a sense of self. Everything will be about his and the kids' needs. 1. He attempted to manipulate you into doing exactly what he wanted. 2. He got angry at you when his manipulation failed. 3. He's now gaslighting you into believing you're the bad guy for not falling for his manipulation. 4. He's now using the silent treatment to make you see things his way. This will only get worse. Save yourself and leave. File for divorce and move on to a happier existence. Sorry. ETA. Not the asshole. Yep. One red flag after another with this guy. She needs to get out. Not enough information. Aside from stepkids and audacity, what does he bring to the table? Not dinner, obviously. I am deceased from this comment. Not the asshole. Why are you with this guy? He had 2 failed relationships. I think I can see why his past relationships have failed. He probably is with you just so his kids can have a stepmother. He doesn't see your work as work, so he thinks you can easily drop everything for the family. Why can't he grab a pot and pan to cook food? Cooking doesn't take 2 hours, so he easily could have made something or meal prepped in the time he was arguing with you. Or maybe instead of going to his party, he could have stayed home to make sure his kids are fed. I don't see where he thinks he's right in all of this. Greater than I don't see where he thinks he's right in all of this. It's very simple. He is the man, she is the woman, and when he says make sandwiches she needs to drop everything and do it. Edit. And the original poster edited her post to say that she works much more than him since he works a couple days a week. So he has plenty of time to meal prep if he's so worried about his kids having fast food. Not enough information. Which of you changed your behavior after you got married? Or was this already the situation and you got married anyway? Very good questions. This after 6 months marriage? No wonder he has 2 exes and saying, you don't care about your stepchildren. He's slotting you into a role that works best in his life, which is watching his kids while he does his own thing, then trying to guilt you into submission. Imagine what the next 6 months have in store. This is really telling. Most couples are still in the honeymoon stage 6 months after the wedding. This guy is acting like he can finally stop playing nice and dump everything on her shoulders. I can only imagine how he will act after a year. Not the asshole, do not get pregnant to this man. Or he will end up with 3 kids with uninvolved mothers, and then he'll be on the hunt for a 4th wife to raise them. This guy sure does know how to pick 'em. Poor kids. I feel sorry for the kids if the mothers are truly uninvolved. But imagine how terrible this guy must be for them to just leave their kids with him, knowing how much of a bad person he is just to get away from him. Ops post really only scratches the surface, I bet. Having 2 uninvolved baby mothers is so weird. Also, original poster doesn't seem to believe too much his excuses. I'm sorry, but I fully agree it's super weird. Especially since he treats the kids like crap. How did he get sole custody of 2 children he refuses to care for? My guess is he tried to baby trap both exes, and they noped out anyways. Not the asshole. There's many red flags here. He is leaving it up to you to look after his children. He is going out without you. Leaving you to look after the kids. He said he was going to cook dinner for them and then didn't. He doesn't respect that you. WFH, he gaslights you. He isn't working with you to raise his children. He used his kids to communicate with you. You have only been married a short time. Just way too many red flags. And here I am concerned that my stepdaughters are being brats at the moment. However, I have the full support of my partner. He's a complete home-cooked marinara meal. Not the asshole. He married you to be his maid. And childcare. Guess we know why the kids' moms vanished. He's horrible. Not the asshole. Your husband seems to have married you to get a mother to take care of his children for him. While you are a step-parent and need to be involved in kids living in your home, your husband needs to understand that WFH is just as real as an office job. He should not be manipulating you and his kids like this. Though what are your work hours? Have you divided up chores and jobs to accommodate them? Not the asshole. I can't believe these men still exist. I mean, I believe it, but how do they still trick women in order to slowly become their maids, aka ideal mothers? I understand why those 2 mothers escape. I hope he will not get you pregnant too. No kidding. The 2 different, uninvolved mothers made a lot more sense by the end of the read. Not the asshole. You might want to order out for a divorce lawyer, though. Not the asshole. Not even remotely. He wants a mommy for his kids. Not sure how this is not obvious to you. He knew what the situation was. He disregarded said situation as it failed to fit into his plans. He chose to ignore what you told him. He chose this party over his children. God's damn, I really hope he is a godsend the rest of the time. Cause this tells me he doesn't want you. He wants a mom for his kids. Not the asshole. You were working and your husband prioritized a party over taking care of his children. He's the one acting selfish and childish. He also thought that it was okay to directly lie to you and then deliberately push his responsibilities onto you during work hours while he was out partying. That's a level of disrespect that needs to addressed ASAP. Bottom line. He who acts like a disrespectful asshole to his wife and kids has no right to complain about how you deal with the situation that he dumped on you. If he didn't want them to eat takeout, then he should have done his job as a parent. You know, it's never too late for a divorce. Not the asshole. Or too early. Well, I think we can figure out why the moms of these children aren't involved. I can tell you from this point it's going to get a lot worse. Honestly, I would immediately file for divorce before he tries to take all your assets. He only values you for what you can do for him. I'm sorry, but this isn't a relationship. Not the asshole. He had his priorities messed up. Not to mention, he lied to you. You were working. He went to a party honestly. Who even attends an engagement dinner without their spouse? That just seems odd. It is probably time to reconsider your relationship. Not the asshole get a divorce. I don't usually say that, but just from this I would say he is selfish, manipulative, controlling, and expects you to prioritize his children when he doesn't even prioritize his children. Not the asshole. I'm asking myself if he married you, or just tried to arrange for cheap sex, maid service, S&D babysitting. Maybe you should be asking that, too.